Hello everyone, this reading is going to be for the sign of Taurus for the week of April 14th to the 20th. Welcome to the channel, my name is Sarah. Thank you for being here. All right, what does Taurus need to know? We are doing a general reading here for the sign of Taurus for the week of April 14th to the 20th, 2025. So Taurus, please take only what resonates, leave out what does not. If this does not resonate with you and your situation, you can check other placements. Your message could be there. Please don't make anything fit. It's likely not your reading if it doesn't sound familiar to you. All right. I just want to see what wanted to come out. The Hermit. So the Hermit jumped out of the deck. So there's something, I'm going to take it. There's something that you may be being introspective about something. You may be withdrawing your energy a little bit, maybe retreating, maybe doing some sort of self-reflection. So, and we've got the Eight of Wands. This may have something to do with communication, could have something to do with travel, something happening quickly, and it has to do with a relationship, maybe a brand new relationship here with the Ace of Cups. It has something to do potentially with getting over heartbreak here. So you may have been in a situation where you felt like you were heartbroken and you may be moving on to something new. You may be doing some level of introspection here. That's what I'm getting. You're releasing some level of toxicity from your life. It looks like there's a new relationship in your life right now, and whatever this new relationship is, it's helping you to release some level of toxicity. So there may have been something that you have just overcome, where there was some level of addiction here, and it may have been to another connection, because we do see the Three of Swords. It is in reverse though, and the Devil's in reverse here, but it does look like there's somebody who you are potentially detaching from, and it could be due to the fact that there was some toxicity here. The chemistry level may have been off the charts with this person, but whatever this is, you've detached from somebody, and there's a potential that there's something coming in, and it may be coming in quickly, and either this is somebody who you're already communicating with, or there is something that's coming in quickly that's going to help alleviate some level of heartbreak for you. You may have, in a previous situation, been involved in a third-party situation, or there was something that may have come between you and somebody else that caused this level of heartbreak. Can we get more on the Hermit and the Eight of Wands? Taurus, if you are interested in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below. So there's something that's been, we've got the Garden card here. So there's something that may be known in the community that you live in, or just, it could not even just the community. There's just something that is potentially known by others. It may have to do with another connection, but there's something that's coming in suddenly. Something's coming in suddenly, and it's going to appear as a gift. And whatever this is with the Garden there, that represents public. So there's something that's public about this. So, and with the the Ace of Cups rather that we had seen, it looks like it has something to do with a new connection. So there may, because I saw that there was some level of overcoming of heartbreak, and whatever this is may be something that was made public. Maybe people know that there was something that was going on in your life regarding a past connection, or even maybe this current connection coming in. Maybe there's something to do with trying to navigate public recognition of this new connection, or maybe trying to alleviate your heartbreak from the the previous connection. But like I said, there is this energy of public that I am seeing here. What led to this, Spirit? What led to this for Taurus? There's the Six of Wands. There's something to do with something to do with public recognition. So so it's so interesting that card came out after I had just said what I said about public, because that is the public recognition card in the tarot deck. There's something to do with public recognition here. And this honestly may not even have anything to do with romance, to be honest with you. This could be anything. There's something to do with public recognition. There's something coming in suddenly. It looks like it is a new relationship connection. This could be a romantic connection, but this may, because we do see sudden wealth. I feel like I see this as just something that's coming in suddenly. Doesn't always represent like financial wealth. It could though. So I wanted to put that out there. This is a general reading. So obviously for many of you, if you decide to watch this video, it could mean financial wealth. So here's what I've got, okay, Taurus. There was something that was unknown that potentially became known. And this may have been something that was learned through public communication for you. Like it was like almost like this was something that was known from, like, other people knew something that you did not know, but then it became known, and it was through public recognition. And whatever this was caused some level of animosity here. This has to do with something that triggered something about the past. And so for some of you, this may have been, if this was a relationship situation, you may have found something out about there being another energy connected to a connection that you were involved in. That's why we saw that Three of Swords, and it was in reverse though. It was almost like you were trying to get over something. There's some level of public recognition. This has to do with something from the past. So either this is something that has repeated from the past, or this is something that happened in your past. But it looks like whatever this is, it came to light, and it may have come to light through learning from some level of from the public, from somebody who is out in the community. Could be a friend, could just be known from, like, if you are in a community where there's a lot of family around, there could just be a lot of family that knows something. It just looks like something became known, and it was discovered through something to do with public knowledge here. Can we get more on the Six of Wands to the Moon in reverse from the Lenormand and Kipper? And whatever this was caused a lot of burden and stress on you with the cross, and something came to an end. And we see the main female here. So, I mean, obviously this is a general reading, and it could mean, and I'm actually seeing like the male and female right here. So it could, I'm getting very strongly here, Taurus, that it's has something that actually, you know what I just realized? I saw two feminines and a masculine here. That doesn't mean it was two feminines and a masculine. This, like I said, energy is fluid in these readings. I am getting very strongly here that there was some level of third party stuff going on here. I'm seeing that there's some sort of like public knowledge or public recognition of something that was unknown that has become known, and whatever this is has caused some level of burden and stress on somebody, and something came to an end. So as a result of something coming to an end, somebody is now in deep reflection and introspection about something. This could be you. This could be somebody else who is in your energy. But whoever this is, there's something that's coming in suddenly, and it's to help alleviate some level of heartbreak. And it's coming in suddenly. It's coming in suddenly, and it's again. This is we've got two placements here that are suggesting something to do with the public at large knowing something. So you could be somebody who is well known in the public eye, or this is just, in your community. There's something that is known here. Or it could just be that there's a big family and everybody in the family is talking. I'm not necessarily seeing talking, like any gossip cards here. Just something is known here is what I'm getting here in the community. Can we get the future here for Taurus? What is the future for Taurus? So this is what I've got here, is that there's somebody, that Ace of Cups that we saw, I thought it was a new relationship, but now I'm looking at the future. It looks like there is somebody potentially coming back. Somebody walked away from somebody and left them behind, and it looks like they're coming back with the Two of Wands in reverse here. They're making a choice. There we go. There's the Eight of Cups in reverse. Somebody's coming back. Wow. It looks like it's over the course of time. I'm getting that there's this potential that somebody has really taken the time to reflect on something and really consider what the return on investment is here. And I don't know that whoever this is somebody may be recognizing something about their happiness involved in this connection. There is something to do with the past. We've got the Six of Cups, and it has to do with some level of animosity. So somebody wants to address something to do with, so I've got here, so this is what I've got so far, Taurus. There's been more energies involved in a connection than maybe there should be. You can take that as it resonates. This could be a totally platonic wedge that came between you and somebody else. But it also could be another romantic connection. But whatever this is, something that was public, it looks almost like something became known that was not already known, and it was through the public. Or something that was kept hidden became known, and it may have had something to do with an ending. And this was very difficult on somebody. So this could be you, this could be the person who you're connected to. Whoever this is, once this became public knowledge, whatever it was that they may have been trying to hide was burdensome. But it looks like it had to do with an ending of some sort. So this could be an ending between you and somebody else. You and somebody else may have had a very publicly known relationship. Just a lot of people who you knew or who saw the two of you knew that the two of you were together. And once it became public knowledge that the two of you were no longer together, this became difficult for somebody to deal with. And so it looks like, and I, like I said, I'm getting very strongly here that there was another energy connected to this. Now, somebody here, after having gone through this, is trying to overcome some level of heartbreak. And it could be that they are being introspective about something to do with their own behavior, and they're potentially coming in to have a conversation. This person could be at a distance from you. They may be wanting to travel to come and see you, or this could be you doing this with somebody else. Obviously, this is general reading, so we have to just take what resonates and place the energies where they fit. And again, this is something that the concern is something to do with public knowledge. So I'm getting here that there's somebody here that's very, very, very tethered to their reputation. But it does look like somebody's coming in suddenly. So this could be something that you're not expecting, or this could be that you're going to surprise somebody. But whoever this is in the future walked away, somebody who had walked away, and this, like, both of those cards, the Two of Wands and the Eight of Cups in reverse, totally, they both suggest exactly the same thing. Somebody walked away from somebody else and they are returning. And it's because they've had a chance to process something. Now, what I'm getting about what they've been processing has something to do with some level of animosity, and it has something to do with feeling like they need to be confrontational about something to do with the past here. Like, almost like somebody feels like they need to shed light on something with the Sun. All right. Can we get more on the Two of Wands in reverse to the Eight of Cups in reverse, please? All right. Mice. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so that's probably why we saw that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because I was getting a really strong feeling that somebody's processing something for sure. But whatever it is that they're processing, and this could be you, this could be somebody else, it looks like they are processing the lack of return on the investment of either time, material, emotion, whatever it is. Whatever it is that somebody feels like they need from a connection, it feels like they're not getting it. Now, what Spirit is trying to tell us here with the mice is that there's something about returning to this other connection that is going to create some level of erosion over time. Okay, so this is something that the mice cause destruction, but it's insidious. It happens over time. This is an erosion over the course of time here. And now we're getting something to do with potentially starting something new. This could have something to do with children. There is the child here. You may be wanting who knows, maybe the third party had to do with a child of somebody may have chosen their own child over this connection. That isn't necessarily going to be the case for a lot of you. The child can often represent, and we keep seeing the Six of Cups as well, something to do with addressing something from the past. Okay, there's some sort of erosion that has taken place, and it's almost like there's something about the past situation that needs to become rectified in order to overcome this. Yes, there was something that had been very painful about the past here. There was what I'm getting here is that it was whatever this was a very, very difficult situation to navigate through. What is the obstacle here for Taurus? What is the obstacle here? This doesn't necessarily even mean honestly, Taurus, none of these energies, like, I'm getting that this could have been a love connection, but for some of you, this may be a business situation. This could be anything. And there's something that has, okay, so your obstacle is that there's potentially this need to have some sort of closure on a situation here. Something that's still left wide open that needs to close out here. Okay. And the obstacle is that in order to close this out, there may be some knowledge that needs to be gained as a result or in order to, sorry, I used the wrong adjective. So in order to actually close something out, you need to gain some knowledge on something. This actually could have to do with romance. We do have the Knight of Cups, but the Knight of Cups isn't always romantic. I've seen this card come up in platonic relationships. Sometimes it just has to do with idealizing somebody, holding them on a pedestal. And it's almost like there's something that needs to be understood about some level of romance that had, like, head in the clouds delusion. There's something that needs to be understood about this. And whatever it is, it's maybe coming in the form of news that is not going to be the most favorable news. It could be bad news. But okay, so what I'm getting here also is that so what I just heard Spirit say is that there's some level of progress that you're making right now. that is going to come to a halt because there's a potential that you want to avert disaster in a situation here. So there's some level. What I'm also getting to with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which is court card for Virgo, when I see any of the court cards in their reversals, I often see the energies of the sign that it represents in its most unhealthy phase. So like we're dealing with an energy that can be hyper critical here. So you may be dealing with a hyper critical energy that it doesn't look like whatever this energy is going to go away if that's what you have been dealing with. But there is some sort of really like hyper critical energy, somebody who just dissects and analyzes every little thing just so that they can criticize it and potentially in a negative way. But I'm getting here, Taurus, that there's this potential that you're idealizing this person, okay? So the obstacle here is that something that may need to come to an end isn't ending right now, and this could be a problem for you. Okay, it looks like you're kind of averting disaster. Something that needs to happen isn't happening, or it's not going to happen because you're going to potentially keep some energies in your life that maybe are not the most beneficial for you. Can we get something on the World in reverse to the Page of Swords? We've got the Bear here. Like there's something that you're feeling protective over, or somebody's feeling protective over something, or somebody feels like they have to defend something. Okay, for some of you Taurians, this may actually have something to do with a child. Only because I do see the Bear as a maternal energy. I keep seeing that Six of Cups. We see the child here. There's something to do with the family. So you're going to have to take that as it resonates if it does have something to do with child. And I know that it's not necessarily going to be the case for every single one of you. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm seeing some very obvious energies that are supporting this. So this could have something to do with making a choice in sides. That could be part of what the Three of Swords was. There may have been something to do with that. And also whoever it is that you're dealing with, it's like I said, there's this energy of something that needs to come to an end potentially, and it's not ending because you're averting disaster. You're dealing with somebody who's a false person. This person wears a pathological mask. This person believes, and that could be part of the reason why we saw that Knight of Cups. You're going to be dealing with somebody who may be trying to romance you, and that's why we saw the Ace of Cups. There's the potential that you could actually try to fall into this, okay? What is the advice for Taurus? What is the advice for Taurus? The Ace of Swords. There's some sort of clarity that needs to be gained here. So there may be I'm getting that there is a conversation coming in. We do see that Eight of Wands. I'm seeing that somebody's gaining some sort of level of introspection on something. I am getting that some sort of clarity needs to be gained. It may have something to do with taking on a lot of burden here. What else? There's the Six of Cups showing up again. Okay, so what I've got here, Taurus, is that there's something that's been manifested here. Or you're manifesting it, or somebody in your energy is manifesting a reconnection with you. And what I'm seeing here is that there's been some level of animosity that you have dealt with this person in the past. There's been a lot of hostility here. And what I'm seeing here is that either you've manifested this person or they've manifested you. It looks like they're coming back in for a conversation. It may be because this person feels like they have something to unload, But I'm getting here, we see the cross. You were already burdened by this connection. It looks like it's going to continue to be that way. The past is going to continue to repeat itself. We have the mice here showing up in the future. There's some sort of erosion, has to do with the past. This could have something to do with a child. It keeps showing up, so I have to mention it. And Spirit is saying that your best bet is to reject this with the Four of Cups. What is the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Wands? Yes, okay, so there's something that you may need to move on to here that's going to, whatever this is going to keep you anchored in one place. It's going to keep you from moving forward to wherever it is that you need to go. And we've got main male showing up here. So, energy's fluid. If you're the main male, this could be you doing this. It could be anything, but this is a really unhealthy situation. So just be aware of that. That's what Spirit's trying to say. It's in your best interest to reject this. It's a really, really unhealthy situation. What is the outcome here for Taurus? What's the outcome? We've got the King of Cups in reverse. So what I'm getting here is that there's some level of emotional manipulation that's coming your way. It's coming in the form of a conversation. Somebody has been introspective about something. There's a lot of, I do see something about public knowledge or public, I'm just getting that there's a lot of attention. That there's something about public attention. Somebody is attached to their reputation in some way here. I'm almost getting that if somebody's coming in to rectify something with you, it could have something to do with saving their face in some way. That's just kind of what it's looking like. We keep seeing that Five of Swords, like that could indicate also that you're dealing with an energy that needs to win at all costs here. So whatever it is that you've gone through with somebody, they may feel like they need to emotionally manipulate you. They're working on a plan. They want to try and rebuild. Oh yeah, no, this person's coming in to bring something back to life. That's what's showing up here. That is your challenge. Your challenge is that something has come to an end where you've potentially learned everything you were meant to learn here, and it's coming back. This person may see you as somebody who's very, very stable. And of course, Taurus, you are the most stable sign of the zodiac. So this person is seeing you as somebody who they may feel like you are perfect commitment material. This is a destined event, and yes, somebody's coming in towards you. This is destined. This is a destined change. Somebody's coming in, but they are coming in as a bit of an emotional manipulator, and Spirit is saying that it might be in your best interest to reject this. Can we get a little bit more on this before we close this out for Taurus, please? There's something to do with relocating, by the way, or what I'm getting here for some of you, this is somebody who you may have actually lived with who is making a return back to your home. You'll just have to take that as it resonates, but it could be, or you may have flown the coop from your home and this person may be working on a plan to try to get you back. It does look like there's some sort of emotional manipulation here. Now we're seeing woman. Because this person feels like they have the answer to something. I'm getting very strongly, Taurus, that this has something to do with somebody's somebody's attachment to their reputation. And of course, you're going to have to take that as it resonates. This is a general reading, but there's some sort of attachment to their reputation that they feel needs to be rectified, and somehow reuniting with you is going to get them to where they feel like they need to be. So Taurus, I'm going to pull some angel messages for the end of this reading. If you feel like you have a question, ask it if it's a yes or no question, because sometimes this deck will throw a yes or a no. All right, what does Taurus need to know? Within the next few months, so this could be within the next few months that this person comes back in. somebody who you've been connected to already. It's up to you. You can do what you want here, Taurus. And a year from now. So there could be two different, there's something, so we've got something that's happening within the next few months and then something that's happening in a year from now as well. So you do have a choice here. That's what Spirit's saying. There's something that's coming in within the next few months, and then there may be something that you want even more that's coming in later. And Spirit's saying that it's up to you. You have the potential to keep something alive. And I'm getting very strongly that for some of you, this has to do with a child. It does keep showing up. So again, you'll have to take that as it resonates. But it does say that the situation will improve for you. So it's up to you. If you want to try and make this connection work, it looks like you could potentially do that. I am getting, though, that there is, it's very risky based on the energies that I'm looking at. So Taurus, that is your reading for April 14th to the 20th, 2025. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until I read you again, have yourself a blessed week.